Hello, hello, and how's it going? We're here yet again. Disco Elysium. And as it turns out, I forgot to turn on streamer mode last time. So, yeah, the music will be a little different this time. How's everybody doing? This game, I could not stop thinking about. It is super good. Super good. Alright, where we at? Where we at? Let's take a look at something. Gotta warm up. I forgot that I'm almost dead. An ice cream maker, defrosted, and unplugged. Oh, I can just keep looking around. The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. How do I interact with the hidden doorway then? Oh, interesting. 2 rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. What?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we? Look around the secret room.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Huh. There's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away. Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest.
Okay.
But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Huh. I have a fake rifle. What does this mean? A rifle here.
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Okay.
He likes this find.
Huh. Interesting. I know that it was hinting towards... Sorry. No, not this one. Here we go. Yeah, ace is low. So it was actually hinting that yeah, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. He seems to be a RCM. The roots of the RCM. So yeah, he might be a... oh, nice. I like a little skeleton there. Are we working on this? Yeah. Cool. So I got a rifle. An antique Bell Magov rifle. Broken piece. 4-shot bolt-action military rifle with a wooden frame. Oh, interesting. Can I intimidate somebody with this? Put it in my hand. Okay, fine. What do we got? Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Okay, just endless guns. Oh yeah, let's talk to a Kim. I keep forgetting that we can do that. Let's go over here. Come on now. Pathing. A frozen ice cream maker. Still running.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Let's unplug the black cable.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like it's the red one. Because it's black to cover immeasurable cosmos? I do things without any reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
There. Now we leave. Let's talk, bud.
Yes?
Tell me about the keys. I think you should know I can't remember anything. Talk. You know what? Let's do it.
No response. He just arches his brow.
I really don't remember anything. There was drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Okay. Even this organization we're in. I'm afraid this is a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me.
As if performing a triage. Okay, then.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
Your heart beats twice like a fist. The
Wow.
serotonin deficiency makes your teeth clench.
Just don't
The
say
lieutenant
anything.
glances at his electronic wristwatch.
Hey, the Seattle simulator. How you doing, bud? It's good to see you, Tree Mosher.
A moment passes.
Wait, what makes you think
The
this is a
lieutenant
Seattle
glances
simulator?
at the sports
Does people not
watch
talk to
on
each
his
other?
wrist.
I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work together if we have a rapport. Come on, Lieutenant, open up a little. What's there to know about a lame binoclard? Because everyone sounds like they hate each other. Well, okay, in Seattle, nobody hates each other. They just don't want to be near each other. There's a difference. We're introverted. Doesn't mean we hate our neighbor. We just want them far away.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
Okay, wearing glasses, I'm a glasses wearer. Let's not, Okay, you're wearing a Revolutionary Air Brigade jacket, aren't you?
What? This? It's just seasonal clothing.
And those look like airman pants. Good for storing tools in.
Where is this going?
You see, Kim, I have this place in my head where I develop new ideas and connections.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
Oh, it's more than that. Anyway.
Anyway,
Special Bay, I've come to suspect some kind of thing with the Revolutionary Air Brigade. No, I have this thing. Oh, okay.
I do not have a thing with Revolutionary Air Brigades in particular.
Just air brigades, then?
Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot.
Oh.
Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Thank you. My mind is satisfied.
Good.
Oh, okay. He just does not want to talk about himself. I don't know, actually. I don't think it does. I don't see why it wouldn't, though. I'm pretty sure fighting would look like this, and I'd choose options and start punching things via dialogue options.
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have a conversation with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You
Oh!
don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Thank you, electrochemistry. So, I mean, yes, this game doesn't seem to have much in the way of fighting, for sure. But it's a lot more about inter-character dialogues and solving problems these. I mean, like, every stat I have has a character, and I can level it up to make it stronger. Which I find insane. Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Okay. A single eyebrow. Oh,
The lieutenant nods.
I don't think I'm getting into a...
Let's change the subject.
All right, let's go. This guy's a tough nut to crack. Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's somewhat visual. Maybe. Actually, what's your cue on that? I mean, I think, like, the graphics, though, they're not, like, insanely good. They're not terrible, either. They get what they need done. No, wait. I saw that I could probably steal money. Or loot money from an abandoned place. What's this?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Huh. Empty
This
card.
button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. It's
This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
I mean, this is very much a dialogue-based RPG. That's I mean, in the definition that we're playing a role-playing game. I'm playing a role of... What is this? Insane Mesh Tank Top. Alright. Instead of this white shirt... Oh, but it increases my conceptualization. Do I want to increase my drama? What does it look like? Ah, yeah. What a looker. No. It used to really catch the light. Now it smells like someone took a piss in the armpits. Great. Oh, it does good. Kind of, yeah. Actually, that's very much like how it is. Like an isometric point-and-click adventure. And, like, we're actively playing a role. Like, every single one of these guys is a character that I can talk to. Inland Empire, that's like my imagination. Spirit Decor is just my understanding of cop culture. I don't actually follow what that one means. Some of them are enigmas to me. Like visual calculus, like for forensic stuff. My sense of drama, how well I can conceptualize things. Yeah. And how I was doing it yesterday, I found really interesting, was the fact that... even if I die, like I got 2 different health pools, right? So we have that RPG elements. I lost a bunch of health because I started punching random objects. Don't ask. But, since I did that, started punching, I took a bunch of damage, but I increased my pain threshold, which is yet another character, right? So it's kind of like balancing that way, and it's like, even if I die, it changes how the story goes. Like, one playthrough before I died, I got this crazy roll for endurance to make sure I don't vomit in the presence of a stinky corpse, right? So I was able to just, like, go about, the investigation. But after I died and came back from the save, I failed this roll, so my guy immediately vomited, right? So that actually added a string to the quest that I actually had to go find some ammonia to put in my nose so I can actually do the investigation. And it's like little details like that, depending on the dice rolls. Right, what are we doing, by the way? I got this guy. I need to find some smokes and smoke them, because, yeah. I need to wash off the death smell. Victim's tattoos. Okay. Who made the call? Oh, yeah. Let's say, we're doing some investigation stuff. So this character, when I started the game, and actually, one of my friends here brought up a good point of Elysium. Elysium in general, Disco Elysium, was kind of an enigmatic name. But Elysium in general, that's like the Roman, the guys who believed in Elysium initially.
Inside,
that's like their reincarnation thing. It's like when you completely lose your memory.
A pull-out toolbox and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
But yeah, and that's how you
There's
start
no
the
use
game.
pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Thank you, sense of authority. But as you can see here, the dice rolls are pretty interesting. So I can succeed. It's easy versus my total. So It has 2d6 dice rolls, so like a standard cube dice, if you're not familiar with D&D. And determining on the amount... So, you see how it says easy? Oh, I can't move that. See how it says easy? 8? That's the number I have to reach with the 2 dice to succeed. And then I rolled an 8. So yeah, that's kind of how the math works on that end. And then I guess other points give me different modifiers. Oh wait, no, I wanted to use a radio.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, the frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
The writing in this game is phenomenal, in my point of view.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
I've probably done it 1,000 times. I only just succeeded that? Oh, man. Come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch. Come in, this is Firewalker. Copy. Hi, Alice. Is the officer... Yeah.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Oh man, that sounds like a headset. Stop it. Sure.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Ah.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Oh, Sylvie. Greets you through the static. She sounds like she's a million miles away from here. This is the police calling. I have some questions for you about last day's work. This is me, detective from Warling.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Are you serious? Now? Electrochemistry, come on. Those are bad noises. But, you know, old-fashioned radios. Time and a place, electrochemistry. I'll get you a cigarette later. Have you seen my gun? Hey, do you want to grab a cup of coffee? No, now's not the time.
No, not me.
Wait, but why didn't you call? Didn't Corpse bother you? Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Oh, copper thieves.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
But why didn't you call? Didn't Corpse?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
What does this Union have to do with anything? You mean you should have called the police?
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Interesting. Wait. Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. Yes, why did you let a corpse hang in the backyard? For weeks. Weeks, okay.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
Interesting.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
Oh, man. Let me get this straight. You ignore the law to save your own skin. What others? Yeah, there we go.
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally.
Okay.
Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
I see. Don't worry about it. I understand.
You do? What else can I do for you?
Because you don't want to push her to the point where she's going to hang up the phone. You got to know when to give up.
Go on.
You quit the job.
I mean, why did I leave the bar?
You're tense up on the other side.
I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Oh, yeah. Well, I won't push you on that.
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Okay. I feel like this is a a very big question, but I do need the answer.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
She sounds beyond exacerbated. I showed you my gun? When did that happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
Stops hesitantly, not sure she should continue.
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
Yes. I mean, I have the chance to be a bank slate, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what happened.
Great. Anything else?
Okay, my gun's gone. I think I got everything I need.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Wait, why does she seem angry with you? Wait. Okay.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
Whoops. Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad. It's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
Oh, I made her quit. Oh, okay.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place.
Whoops.
I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Sure, you know what? Let's own up to it.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Right, was that all?
Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy.
Oh boy.
And no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too.
I'm sorry.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen.
That's where my documents went.
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Wait, the police?
Oh. The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
What happened to them?
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
Oh, okay.
She's worried she might have accidentally done something bad. Then she remembers it's you.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Yeah.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. I was a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
I was trying to show you the world of tomorrow. I'm truly sorry for everything.
God, I know I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
I mean, that's okay. The skua thing.
The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
I sound like a great guy.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Yeah, it sounds like me, alright.
Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though.
Oh. Right, thank you for talking to me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Nah, I don't need to invade Kim's privacy.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook.
Alright. Well, that was that. Keep searching for the caller despite lacking any obvious leads. This might take some time. Oh, nice. I actually like this little detail that it's like, hey, maybe you won't find it here. Alright, where we need. Wait, find a bullet before you get fooled. Nice. Because, yeah, yesterday we found out the corpse was actually a shot before he's hung. I'm actually thinking about this. I'm playing the character as a dumbass, brawny guy. With a good imagination. But basically he's a complete goofball outside, just kind of, being exactly who he was, apparently, in the before he forgot everything. But very about the detective job. So I keep thinking about getting the boots, and I feel like, order to succeed. 1, the body has to be down. 2, the autopsy has to be finished. And 3, Kim has to be absent. So I don't feel like, I feel like we're gonna do our job, because people keep telling me I'm a police officer, so I'm gonna be one, damn it. It's all about the job. Explain the world to you in greater detail. Okay, a rich person. Where am I looking at? Like, where's a real mission? Victim tattoos. Cool. Where's the rest of the armor? Ah, okay. Let's go talk to Kumo. I need to get screamed at by a 12-year-old more. Alright, Kumo. Get back here. You good? Did you leave? Nah, here you are. What's going on?
Fuck does Kuno care?
He doesn't care. The body, what do you know about it? Crime scene. You kids often play in the yard? Oh.
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions.
Like a cop. Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt.
That
seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kick-off on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea.
That shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
How do you say fuck 3 times in the same sentence? Mutants! He's huge! Oh, you mean troubadour?
Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
What the fuck are you talking about, kid?
So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuro's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Give me a sec. Do you know how it got up here? Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
Great.
He could have just said he doesn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking okay. Gotta have a gimp for rock practice.
Don't ask the pigs for permission, Kuno. Don't ask the pigs for shit.
Great. All right. More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something
You're
else.
testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Do I need anything else? I gotta ask. Who's Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Am I intimidated by this guy? Sounds like something you call a rabid dog. Is that some kind of gang name?
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Magie, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you.
Great.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Gets louder. So.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno...
I already got
beats
everything
the
I needed
shit
out of him.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Bang! Got fucked by the Kuno.
My morale dropped.
You wanna get fucked again? Come
I know,
on.
these kids are ridiculous. But he did tell me he was sulking about not being able to wear the armor. He hurt my morale. I like how every time I talk to a 12-year-old, I have to eat magnesium. That says a lot about me as a person. How do I get in here? Is this, I want the bucket. Okay, fine. But I did get a lead. He kicked the helmet into the ocean, so I gotta get to the beach. And then there's a Union guy. Right now it's 14:52. At 1600, the Union guys are there. So we got 2 hours. I'm not sure how important a time is in this game. I mean,
This
probably rather important.
Postlavantore mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer
Graffito?
inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Good mail delivery box. Fuck you, mail delivery box. I mean, I got 1 hit point. I could literally die. I'm just gonna leave. And mind you, I got to 1 hit point by punching random objects, so, you know. My guy might be stupid, but he's not suicidal. Hi. Who are you? It's a pretty cool set of armor.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
What?
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
The other one's eating a big sandwich.
Look, in his hand, going into his mouth. The sandwich. It's hauntingly beautiful.
I love electrochemistry. He just sees a thing. He's just like, you need this in your life right now.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
All right, I got this. Ball time.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Yes, grab a ball and show them how it's done. This seems harmless.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time as frozen.
Take in the
A
surroundings.
chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball. West, in the Grand Couronne area, a sharp
Everybody's got
overhand
something to
left
say.
From Arsène Luc Edelbrock sends the Samaran heavyweight champion, Kostya Miasnok Kostanica, flying to the mat. The crowd goes wild. Revachol loves her heroes.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
It's a new nickname I'm going to try out. I am the man ball. Wait. There is time for a last glance inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion. A fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Behold the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are in awe of your superiority. You are a god to them. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. Be the bullet. Manball lives again. That's right. I did that.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
I don't think he's happy.
What the hell is your problem?
Not a weak right triceps. That's for sure. I'm a god at track and field. Why would I have a problem with anything?
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
Still fair game between you two. Second place is a podium position. You know what? Let's keep laning on this. Just, yeah, I'm the winner.
It's our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
Ah, Pétanique. I thought it was shot put.
Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Oh, wait, I do. Will this do? Listen, the ball's gone, and I have a murder to solve, alright? No, I'm gonna give him a shot put ball.
Will this... No, it will goddamn not.
Thank you, officer. This is really
Jolly
something.
man.
Honestly, I think it's better than our old bull, even.
Mon Dieu. All right, fine. What do you want, officer?
Do you know anything about a man? Now that I ruined your game?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I am an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the
I like this guy.
no longer concerns me.
The daily business of the riffraff. I like that.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Heavy artillery fire, you say? That's the best kind of artillery fire.
My guy just
Very
loves
interesting.
lifting heavy things. That is his character trait. Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire. But why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery
Because
used?
that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
Oh.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him.
It is a
but
good
the
feeling,
suzerain
yes.
cannons simply weren't big enough.
What, just having lifting things as a character trait? All right. Why shell them
Because
here?
this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
Beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing
Yeah.
to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol.
Yeah, that's how
during
this guy.
Operation
Oh,
Death
well, let me
in
finish
08.
talking.
The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
He points to the northeast. Sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Oh. But yeah, this character, basically all intellectual things are basically going to be through imagination and whimsy. I'm probably going to lean heavily. I'm not sure if I'm going to hit electrochemistry pretty high because I don't know about getting into every addiction. But yeah, it's basically he's very impulsive.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on, the coalition? Wait. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil. Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
So he's the guy who just like, yeah, I'm happy I was invaded.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city
Thank
got
you,
cleaned
Half-Light.
up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Uh-oh. That's how it should be. Soft souls pay the way for hard working class. Foreign powers clean up our mess, now they rule us. In shame, a coalition seems quite capable, actually. Commies just don't understand how money works. I don't think, I just do. Oh! Okay, so 5 is the answer my character would say. This is 100% the character I'm playing. Although, I would say that. Would say 2. So yeah, we're going to try for 5. Because my guy is a guy.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas,
He
boiling
isn't
cats
paying
for
attention to
food
my
and
words.
drinking piss in the mountains,
Boiling cats for food. Okay.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
This guy's accent's pretty cool. I think it's French. What exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened.
Oh,
when we
that's one
took
way to put
our
it.
last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Composition. Oh, this is a legendary roll. Is that possible? Oh, and it's -1. 6 always wins. Double 1 always loses. So I can only win if I get a double 6. What is it about this old soldier that makes him sound so proud?
All you observe
Yeah.
is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Fristel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven.
Craven?
Though he was a clown. But he was our clown. Ours to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Is there anything you can tell me about this rifle?
It's a Belle McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable.
Yeah, I found a rifle in the
His moves are
basement.
quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
I mean, fine. This is my rifle. I've always had it with me. Hey, how you doing, Death? Yes, this game I've been thinking about all day. I love it.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away.
Yeah. This kind of game is like right up my alley. I love the writing.
As for
The story's
rifle,
intriguing.
I don't know what else to
A
tell
lot
you.
of mystery.
These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Huh. Well, thank you, sir.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Cool. Sounds like you were going to say right up my ass. Well, I mean, no. It's hard to read there.
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Of course. Actually, I know what now that I hear superstar and law official in a sentence, they sound weird together. There's no light up there? Yeah, you got to bring in a little pen light, just to be sure. And the amount of, like, bending backward to see it? Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom. I'm not a superstar.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect.
Composure,
like
come
rockstar
on.
Politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to demean myself, but, you know, just saying the words together is strange.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bai.
My composure is talking me up.
Disco cop.
My own
Time
brain's
to
my hype
recede
man
to
in
a
this game.
ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Action!
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Hey, Lo, what's going on, buddy? Well, I got an internalization. So yeah, these internalizations are actually kind of cool. They let me think about something and then get -2 logic. Are you serious? Still seems unlikely. Yeah, so basically I can get these perks to get other bonuses. So basically, as I'm running this, it gives me these perks, right? Or I started with 2 empathy, and then when I solved it, I got more. So right now, I'm getting -2 in pain threshold, but the solution, once I complete it, is going to give me a different bonus, for good or bad. So that's the interesting part about the level up system. Like, I got all these things going on. And I mean, I kind of want your guys' opinion, too. So right now, this guy, as I mentioned before, is like the dumbass cop. I'm a muscle-bound maniac, right? Completely impulsive. Kind of hype myself up. I don't demean myself. It's awesome. But he's not like over-authority sort of guy. But he's got like this crazy imagination, right? So he can do like visual calculus, which is basically my ability to like do, you know, solve mysteries and such. Inland Empire is like just basically my imagination. Kind of, yeah. And then yeah, so these are going to be high stats. Electrochemistry is seems interesting, but it also seems like it'll give me a lot of problems. This is basically a just my love for tactile sensations, like drugs, just any sensation, really. Like, this character has given me cops who need lightning. Nice. But this guy, like, the first quest he gave me is to go find some cigarettes and smoke them. Because apparently I'm a smoker. Coin has been banged up and inoperable. I'm also keeping up because I owe the place I'm staying $100, or else I don't get to sleep there anymore. Which is a problem because I don't know where I live. Reads, broken window? Tibbs has windows. Well, let's dig out of the dumpster. If you had a bag in your hand, perhaps you could collect these bottles and sell them. Yeah? Well, it's a thing. It's one, yes, I'm okay living in a dumpster, but no, I have not found a dumpster. I've not seen... Oh, hey, give me that bag. All right. It's happening. I'm going to start picking up some bottles and selling them. Let's do it. Gotta clean this place up. We're good Samaritans here, right? They may not like police officers here, but we're gonna clean up this town. One bottle at a time. I do not know who I'm gonna sell these things to. I feel like that's an important question. But you know what? They are mine, and I will cherish them. Okay, I'm not going to antagonize those old men anymore. Enormous bulls, worthy of a real man. Yes! Great tectonic force, crack the pavement like an eggshell. Start by sweeping floors. I haven't seen those movies in a long-ass time. Oh, whoa, whoa, we got bottles. My financial empire grows today. You get $100 in no time. Like, how much are these, items? I mean, sure, 14 bottles. Hey, 40 cents can go a long way. I can buy, like, 1 cup of coffee. They're the best ever. You're willing to fight about it. Okay. So if I were to present a different best movie, like, who would be the Battle of Champions there? You hear the distant squall of seabirds. Yeah, and, I mean, I hear what you're saying about the, you know, 40 cents getting you somewhere. I mean, it'll get you coffee, just not good coffee. Music's my life, man. Yep. Above digging in trash cans. A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. And yeah, this war was like 41 years ago, so this place is still, frankly, a shithole. You better watch your mouth around me, boy. Yeah, okay. Better mouth your watch. Nice. I got some more cash. 14 bucks. We're laughing. I know I could ask somebody for directions, but I'm too proud for that. I can find my way myself. I don't need no person. Hey. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. Also, there's a period I was talking to Kim, and he didn't want to talk about himself. But there have been, like, 3 instances where, like, we've been of like mind. Is that blood? That we've been of like mind, and he's just like, oh, hey, you like that? I'm like, yeah. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint? Oh, interesting. The Rue Saint...
Hey, up here, Piggo.
Are you for real? Kid? Had I a gun, I would gun you all down. This entire city is going down. So it has a living person living in a Washington state.
Yeah, you better keep walking.
I don't have a bad opinion of rain. I think it makes us 100% less on fire in the summertime. So automatically a good thing. But I actually don't mind walking in it. It's a, you know, you get wet.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Look at your
sturdy
mother.
metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Psh.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Hold on. Who am I speaking to?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
From within comes the faint sound of a broom sweeping across the concrete floor.
Oh, she's sweeping. Oops. I just bothered an old lady.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
But I'm not
No,
joking.
I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to
See,
the
there we
east.
go. Visual calculus. See? What? It told me I had a thing. Oh, okay. You know, I have a quest to ask people what they think about the corpse's tattoo. And not one person has had any question.
This is a
Wait.
wall on the side of an apartment building.
Okay, so yeah, dice rolls. I need to get 2 6s in order to win. It's a 3% chance.
You have no clue. It's just a wall.
Thank you, conceptualization.
So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
Okay. Hey, 26 cents and some magnesium. Yo, kid?
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Apparently,
yeah.
she doesn't like people standing behind her back.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
If anything, you're afraid she'll take you out one day.
Half-Light, come on. Half-Light's my fight and flight, and it's leaning very heavily on flight every time. Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
A garden hose. It won't be of use until the snow melts. Okay. Now I'm doing like adventure game thing. Like, nothing. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rocks.
There must be another way into the building.
Jesus. Yeah, what's your opinion of rain? I mean, it was a rainy day here today. It wasn't so bad. Splattering bullet holes in the wall. An orange bum hat. Wait, what's that? Woo! I got a hit point. We're laughing. An orange bum hat? Oh, hell yeah. Instant of photo tattoos. Wait, what's rhetoric? I am going to put this on. Oh, that's awful. But reaction speed's very important, I think. Let's look here. All right, rhetoric. The practice of art. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Oh, yeah, that has nothing to do with my character. Yeah, exactly. Makes you sleepy. Oh, yeah. What, do you never have, like, one of those warm rains? Like, you know, it's a somewhat of a warm day. It kind of, you know, starts spattering around a little bit. It just kind of, like, has the temperature drop a little bit. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, here up in the Pacific Northwest, our rainy days are like a state of being. When it rains, it's a daily thing. In fact, it could be like a week thing. I remember there was one day in the autumn when it literally rained for 100 days straight. It was a wet week. It was a wet month. Actually, several months. So there's construction here once, decades ago. Yes. It was pretty wild, too, because every day I walked past a... nice. Every day I walked past a... I don't want to call it a lake. It was more of a pond. Kind of a receptory. But it got pretty close to the sidewalk. It was a little intimidating. It even had one of those storm drains where if it gets, like, too full, it, you know, starts draining into there. Oh, come on now. Kim? Thank you. Your room in the whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. Hello.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of
Hi.
her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Yes.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce
hi.
L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Royce L. What does the L stand for? What's that? I'm a little foggy here. Yeah, what gave us away? Oh, shake
I'm
her
glad
hand.
to see you here.
It's tight and cold.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
Thank you, interfacing.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
I also note the fact that I'm wearing rubber gardening gloves.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In
Turns
the
you
meanwhile, you
unfazed.
have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Great. Let's start there.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing.
I can relate
See
to that.
those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
Damn. It really is. Basically all the characters have like really well driven thing, but like the guy who does like the general ambience, awesome voice.
She nods.
Yeah, this guy. Let's see. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in. Seem rich. Can I have some money? No. All right. Tell me about the strike.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait. Right up to, but not including. What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Oh.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Oh.
Wait. She just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Hey, thank you, reaction speed.
Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for later.
All right.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
How did the talks go before?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
Huh.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
I like how these are significant concessions. Right now it's like standard. What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Oh, I see. Seems like they have no idea about business. Huh. Trying to make it into a... I don't know the decision on this one. Like, what would a meathead say? I mean, I guess I'm not a communist. Over aggressive communist. Seems like they have no idea about business. I mean, I guess I can just deflect because I don't understand. I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
That's pretty funny, I have to admit. Wait, 22 terminals? Well, it can't be kings. The king is king. The king is dead. Long live the workers. What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Although...
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
This Gaumont.
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Huh, okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before. and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Tell me about the Union boss, Mr. Clare. Yeah.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Sound like you're about to take a rapier to him.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin.
Treacle's, like molasses, if you didn't know. It took me a while. I had to look it up when I first heard it. Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of them?
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
And what about the Union itself, outside of the brothers, Claire?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act. But they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
Looking for the right
A
expression.
mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Oh, so is this me a, prefer not to have an opinion in these things? Oof. You know what? Let's commit.
Indeed. And a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers.
You said something happened in the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Alright, see you in a bit.
This forewoman, her name?
Yeah.
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the Union's files.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
Wow, I've only gone through 2? She's got a lot to say. Yeah.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
Contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Haha!
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41.
He waits for the... Oh, yes. Wow, how's that possible? 3 games and 7 days to die? Oh, that is weird. Jeez. Just watch them all at the same time. I appreciate the hustle. Yes, my badge. Yes, of course, my badge that I have on me.
He looks at you expectantly. Then it dawns on him.
I don't seem to have my badge, actually.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partner told me I recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. Right after a night... yeah, let's maybe not tell her that. That's all memory of my life and the world. I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, the city, nothing.
Oh, dear.
Sadness,
Some kind
even.
of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
Oh, wow. Are you playing some more 7 Days to Die?
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
How do I negotiate my way out of this? Ooh, sympathy for my amnesia. Nice. That's cool. But I'll find it somehow. Let's talk about that something else until I do. Let's try it.
Feelings will guide the way.
But madame, I need to know... So, okay. Basically, I know this is a failure. I only have one thing to say, but I gotta commit to that failure. But madame, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's a case I'm solving.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
You have so much else. I only have this. This is the entirety of my existence. A side case for me. This is my main thing. Yeah. You know what? Let's go for the thing. This is all I got.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
And a home somewhere. I only have this case.
Officer.
Carbon firebrae hole creaks. Wait, did I roll something? Except this lynching. There's only this coast and the lynching.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
Yeah, she has a point. I actually like Joyce here.
Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
Suggestion? Come on.
I'll be
You
frank
kill
with
me
you.
here.
If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
Like
the
what?
Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it. Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Because I ate it.
A word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, ma'am. Yeah?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Really? I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
We don't investigate the drug trafficking? We could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
What do you propose? We don't?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Let's get back to her then. See,
You're
that's
back.
cool.
Good. What can I help you with?
Tell me about this alleged...
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic
Dextroamphetamine.
psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Well, I mean, it's like, when you're saying there's better zombie games, but I mean, there's a thing. There's like, if you enjoy a thing, there's nothing wrong with that. Better is a very, general term.
Yeah, baby. It's the party pipeline. Why would you want to shut that down?
Thanks, electrochemistry. I can always rely on you. Get this straight. Materials come from Samara to Rivershaw through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
I mean, that kind of brings up the question about a guilty pleasure, right? Kind of like a game that you wouldn't really, normally enjoy. Maybe it's unconventional and stuff, but, there's a thing. Like, I actually kind of like those, what are those? Like those, what is it? Hidden object games, right? They seem to have a unique story. It's very mindless, and you just click a thing. It's like a point-and-click adventure, except you're finding, a shoe in some ivy or something. The production taking place?
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, man. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no.
Yeah.
As far as the company
no, not
goes,
mobile
the
games.
Union
There's
does
PC
not
versions.
Produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Why are you trying to shut down
I
the party
assure
pipeline?
you, officer, these are not the sort of parties you'd want to attend.
She has no idea what kind of parties you've been to.
Minesweeper's a good game. Apparently, it's actually not terribly hard once you figure it out. I am somebody who has not figured it out.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
Am I going to need bolt cutters for this?
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Gives you a
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
Man! See, perception, you can be very poetic.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
To tell you I can or not, up to you. How do you mean? I don't think I understand that sentence. If you want me to tell you, I can or not, up to you. Yeah, sure, tell me how it works. Really? That's actually kind of interesting, the Minesweeper thing. I mean, it's kind of a cool concept, but I mean, like, the logic. I once played Minesweeper where the first pip I pushed was a bomb. Demon Crawl? Oh, weird. Okay. It's based on 8. As in, like, 8 locations in a square? So, like, this is a square. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that makes sense. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Huh. So the number that shows number of bombs is around that number. So if there's a 2, there are 2 bombs around that number. Oh, okay.
A cold breath.
So you can find like a 4, and then that's like a guarantee.
Making its way down the alleyways and potholed streets. From Martinez to Jamrock. In the traffic you hear the clinking of glass vials, concealed beneath tarpaulin. Or is it just your teeth chattering in the cold?
Fucking misery.
A lot of it. It comes in from large Samaran factories in South Safre, Sigai, and Sinyao. The
Oh, okay.
literage
That's
they must
interesting.
get from this terminal alone must be oceanic.
That's kind of cool.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Tract and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Okay, let's get another thing. What proof do you have? Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? No.
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
Oh, that's kind of cool. And they, like, the logic.
There
So
was a
how did that
shakedown
attach to a
of
roguelike
businesses
dream?
preceding
That sounds
the
like an
strike.
interesting
Many
concept.
were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So I think it's the source ingredient for drugs.
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
Okay.
Yes?
Probe the driver.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality?
Closer, hood closer around her neck. It's related to the medical episode. No time to explain. Just give me the lowdown. Actually, it's not a good time for this.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
It's on a thermal cup and looks at you.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
What is think of something close to you, and then conceptualizing what is reach for something fundamental. Oh, geez. Let's do it.
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
You know, I'm going for the double sixes. 3%. We can still win.
A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all.
All right, cool. What is this? What are you? What the hell kind of questions am I asking? What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
Got a predatory streak. I mean, maybe I shouldn't antagonize her. Nah, what's the big time? Huh. What is this revolution I keep hearing
It's
about?
quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
I like the word. Kerfuffle. Who got the mineral rights? Who got shot in the head? Yeah.
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution.
World
But
Revolution?
the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Huh. I guess shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Truly a
Yeah,
kerfuffle.
it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Mumbles from behind his
Yes,
notes.
the Insulindian deluge, they call it.
Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Huh. I love that king. Smart king.
Yes. King Guillaume had a nose for bad PR. He ran before it. What is the expression? Went down? Anyway, Gil got out alive and his nephew Frisell got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
Got
the liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay, and by liberals you mean...
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement.
Ah.
Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
And it win
They
it all.
didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
A shot. Who's her to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Yeah, and I'm getting a difference between like English voices and a French voices. Like Kim's got a French voice, so he seems to be like local here. Those people really took mineral rights.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
Huh.
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do. The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
Oh.
The rulers of Revachol, and also the world. These guys are strong.
Thanks, physical interest. Yeah.
This
How moralist.
is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
Only because people tell me I am. If always picking the option that doesn't commit to anything, then hell yes, I am. And also not. I like this answer.
An almost endearingly moralist standpoint.
Not to shoot people in the
Must
head.
be hard
Yeah.
to take a moderate approach.
At least
to
in
head
volume.
shooting in your line of work.
A moderate approach to head shooting. When was this
Turn of the
kerfuffle?
century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of
50
God,
years ago.
Though by the end, nearly the whole world had
Well,
gotten
49,
involved.
I guess.
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Marzolf came along and overthrew the government.
What did this do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
Wow, really?
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
Where did it spread from there?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Marzolf's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
What came next?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
What is the zone of
A
control?
city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the coalition of nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The clatter of
Oh,
typewriter
the
keys
sitting militia.
fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
My smart character can't, but I can.
The zone of control.
I mean, getting kind of the world, brought in like this is kind of interesting.
And the commune.
Because, I mean, this is very clearly not Earth, right? These are different regions. It's a very fantasy world.
Modernity.
And a very,
They developed the marvels of the inter-estuary communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
But yeah, it's like this thing in the world is interesting because it's like it's technically the 50s, but there's like middling technology. Like there's like nano ceramic plate armor, but there's also muzzle loaded pistols, right? And it's kind of like this strange like pseudo high tech 50s. How long exactly?
43 years. Hard to fathom, I know.
What have we been doing all this time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Were they?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash, an Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
No, 30s are before the 50s in this. So basically, yeah, she's going over the eras of, like, since the revolution where, like, so many nations overthrew their governments, and then it's, like, 40 years from then. What would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
I would have been an ape, and, I would have killed more, if that's what it took. It's not a medical solution. I would have made off with the mineral rights.
You and everyone else. But that's got nothing to do with preventing the revolution. Oh, well. What was, I guess.
That's enough about the times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
I mean, this has been a long conversation. I'm not even sure what this... Yeah, what's acute echoliptic?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
What causes it?
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
Oh, it's probably from... It's definitely the drinking.
She nods slowly. What this boils down to is, this reality thing is stupid. Blow this joint, grab a bottle, and drain that shit right down your throat.
I can always rely on you, electrotherapy. Somewhere to party, right now. Yeah,
she
come on.
Stares at you, head tilted to the side, with a slightly concerned look on her face.
We're in Martinez, baby.
Why do you keep calling me baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
Holdover? I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
What is this Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Ah. You mentioned the sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea. It's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Insulindic. Okay.
Caillou. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Huh. So what's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
Okay.
The great kind.
What makes Revachol
History
great?
detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Okay.
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
When?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
Jeez.
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people. In the middle of the Insulindic Ocean. The world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're an unimportant part of an important place. We're on the periphery? Basically nobody's?
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
A collection of tall ghosts behind the water vapor, light reflecting off their glass windows.
22 kilometers from the center of the world.
Huh.
That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Jeez. Swelling, cold.
She observes your eyes scanning the horizon. Then breaks the
Derealization.
silence, slowly. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
Oh, yeah.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Of course, detective. Take care.
All right. Oh, no.
Anti-object task force.
Oh, yeah. From when I started punching random objects. That's my character here.
Behold, the anti-object task force has assembled.
This
God's
artwork is
avenging
amazing.
Angel, arrayed against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages, and doors. So many doors. You're not just pounding it all to pieces. You're reforging the universe. From the anvil of the heavens to the worms below. Indulge in it. Be bold. Have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage. A new reality. Also, you should trash your room again.
So I increased my pain threshold. I got thick skin. And all physique learning caps raised by 1. That's amazing. What's derealization? Jameis Vu. Government mission. Name after name. None of them seem familiar. They seem real. Something is wrong. I feel like a kid looking at stickers in a fridge. Okay, so this is where we're going to start thinking about history. Yeah. Do it. Start thinking. I'm noticing I got limited boxes for these. So it's kind of interesting. Maybe I should really think about what I start, well, thinking about. Never mind the fact that I was carrying bottles this whole time. And yeah, I got an answer by begging. Oh yeah, we got missions. So I need to get information on the lynching, but also I need to... okay. Find some drivers.
You better keep
Screw you. You know, there's a certain point where it's like, it's better to just walk away, but... God damn it, why? There's gotta be a point where those things need to be answered. Oh yeah, I got a thing. Did I get a thing? Oh, did I lose a thing? Huh. Yeah, I kind of wonder what the replay value of this game's like. Just because, I mean, there's so many directions you can go. So many ways to handle things. Who's this guy? Hi.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Pretty long. Let's drink a clock.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there. Not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
Thanks, electrochemistry. Actually, I should be... Should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me. Now that you mention it, I don't need... a beverage.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy.
Actually sounds pretty good.
Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
But only a little.
Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter, but only a little, then out of the window again.
What are you doing?
He asks without turning his eyes from the street outside. I'm an alcoholic. I need to get my hit. Sorry, I drifted off into my own thoughts, and now this happened.
We should move.
A real drink would go well with those cigarettes you're looking for.
Yeah, I know.
That's
it sounds really good.
Great combination. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
What's a... There are Copo types? What's a Copo type?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Oh, Capo type, so type of cop. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. I was kind of hoping I'm the superstar cop.
That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again. You're the...
Some kind of weapon cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
I'm not opting into that. I will not degrade myself. They should be sorry. You know, actually, I'm not sorry. I've changed my mind. Fucking they should be sorry.
Yes, yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up. What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything.
You know, I'm not sorry. I changed my mind.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
No, I'm really not sorry. Fuck off.
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then. Check out the big balls on Firecop.
Firecop lives again. But that's only because I am I told my own internal suggestion that no, I'm not doing it. Oh, why can't I get in the booth? Ah, well, the kitchen's open. Maybe I can do some dishes. Smell of chemicals and pine trees. Oh, hey. I want this. Aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomatoes hang in the air.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
I like this guy.
As you step in, He nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Quebec. It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Quebec. Sounds representative.
Thanks, Logic. I'm here, unofficial. Mr. Quebec?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Yeah. So masculine. Let's go in here.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The door does not budge.
Where the door leads?
It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
The winch. Outside. In the backyard. Remember? No? Your fingers do.
Oh boy. Like that of a small elevator. I'm drawn to its cobalt blue. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Out of duty, we may find something pertinent to the... Yeah.
Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation.
And the main will merge into a stereo investigation.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I could level up. What are we leveling up? 7 point. No! That's not what I want. Okay. I keep making that mistake. So how many points do I have to level up? Oh, I got 2 pips. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? How I mean, physical instrument is pretty cool. Electrochemistry, I mean, it's amusing to degrade myself in its fashion, but I kind of feel like it should maybe not be a little that strong. I do like Inland Empire, though. Logic and rhetoric, I've kind of abandoned. A spirit decor, I don't know. It gives me a bunch of esoteric crap. Yeah, we're gonna go. Yeah, let's go endurance. And then let's go with a I mean, empathy is always good. Let's see. Let's start boosting up something a little more. I mean, I'm not gonna dive into addiction. I gotta be a good cop. They'll have to hurt you more. Maybe I put a little something into one of these. Interfacing, that could be good. Yeah, let's interface. Cool. That's that. Find booze and drink it. Well, that's pretty straightforward. Let's wash the stink of death off me. I kind of like this tune in the background. Can I pick up and sell my bottles? I can. It's how we make money, folks. Although I'm not wearing that tie, you can't make me. Is that the mirror? Why can't I clean? Okay. I suppose this place isn't mine anymore. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I haven't conceptualized being Hobocop, though. That's the important part. I really got to put thought into it before I dive in. So I'm here at like 16 o'clock. And this thing's supposed to be open. But oh well, I'll come back for that. I thought that was a what was happening on this side. Hopefully I didn't miss the union guys. Alright. Let's talk to her. Hi.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
We need directions.
Of course. Where to?
East.
The harbor gates? Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store too.
Ooh, a freight store.
No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Yeah. Bear yourself like a titan. I love it. Fuck the police. Okay. Pigs go home. Well, okay. Hi. Oh. Stop. Between these two trucks down here. Smokes. Go get them. Wait, what? Where? ACAB? Oh, yeah. Sorry, that took me a sec.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
I guess he's just singing to himself. Let's keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
Hi. I am the law. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
Towards a sprawl of lorries, sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals, and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Look, this guy's he's got like tattoos on his chest.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Jeez. Limbo, huh? So that's where I am. So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
I like this guy. Tommy Lehome. Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it. I don't quite understand what you...
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Jeez.
So tell me, what do you need?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nice.
Don't smoke.
He nods towards the big lorry behind him.
Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup. Nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You left the ask around elsewhere.
Thanks, bud. Guess
you
I'll
could also
surround.
check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Rebishaw's weird.
What are you hauling?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
You're under arrest. Wicked.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
So that's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Yeah.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
Can I get one of those?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
There's no denying it. Your body needs to feel the touch of some good performance wear.
Thanks. So nothing illegal,
Not
huh?
unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Yeah. You seem like a man who knows about drugs. No. Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Huh. What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Huh. What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking,
Yeah.
reflecting, observing.
Huh.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
Electrochemistry, you're not going to ruin it with this guy.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
What do you see in his eyes?
Ease into it.
Ah.
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
You look sad. What's going on with you? Spill the beans. My man, I want to know about your soul. What's up?
Man, nothing's troubling me. Just the usual Lorriman tropes and hopes. The road and the rhymes. This jam ain't helping either.
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn, it really is hard to talk, man to man.
Yeah. I'm good for now. Good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
For your sake, I hope that you are a stranger. And you're literally smoking a cigarette. A cigarette you told me you didn't have. Homie? I thought we were friends. There we go. He's doing it. He's doing it. Put it in your mouth and do it. Did that do it? +1 intellect? No. I'm doing it. I can't spare the health, though. Well, fine.
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
Well, let's do it.
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Right now? Yeah.
People are watching. What a pussy. People are always watching. That's what makes it cool. Now come on.
Sure.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop hair, people. Johnny Thunder.
My electrochemistry bullied me into it.
With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off.
Thank you, Perception. But my ego does not need that kind of stroking. Tip the bad boy in flame and breathe in.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into
my
your
intellect.
lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
Smokes Astra. There we go.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus.
Okay. Nice. Actually, having the electrochemistry boosts are actually kind of huge if you think about it. So what happens if somebody smokes at a crime scene? Lori haphazardly litter the surroundings. Okay. Can I start stealing from some of these? For I am the law. There we go. Yeah. What's this? Humanox covers the truck.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea.
So it's all
It
made of
looks as
rebar.
if it's been reassembled piece by piece,
Huh.
secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who's that?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
Huh. Oh yeah, encyclopedia, let's do this.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his
I'm
profligacy.
sorry, I rolled a 2? No. Yes. No. My points in the encyclopedia are 2. Old sumptuous Philippe was known for his Wait, what's profligacy?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury.
Okay. He
starting the
spends a lot.
decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
Yeah, that's why he's called the Squanderer.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Well, I know where I'm going.
He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
The king is the king, and he can do anything. There's no way. A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit. I'd like to sleep on gold.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
Alright, seriously? Electrochemistry, come on. So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later.
Yeah.
Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. Cocaine.
Oh, well, okay.
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum, a group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
Wow. Yeah.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Has someone shot the king? Did he?
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
It's a king and he's shot. Oh.
If we connect every bullet hole in Martinez to the murder, we'll get an overwhelming amount of loose threads. But then again, our guy was shot, and that hole would be recent. It's not completely tangential, at least worth noting down. I wouldn't hold my breath, though.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
I love these just like segues back into the questions.
Wow, you work hard.
Thank you. I do.
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
I guess I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a horse. A workhorse. For hard work.
What kind of work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
I feel like my sense of hustle is trying to hustle me. I fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas.
Don't know what that means.
It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer.
Made some gills, sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest?
That did happen.
Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
No, I'm actually not. Yes.
Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
System is broken. A market for corrupt carts. There's a market for corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops. What? Fucking taxes. I don't know. Why am I so poor?
Because of the taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Every time you wipe your ass, they got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation.
There's a piece of my brain that's
Sales
just really going about this.
Excise duty, extraction tax, alimony, one tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for. That makes them ask for more money from you. Here, total tax duties add up to 98% of all your money.
No fucking way.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Sure. And yet. Indirect modes of taxation. Okay. That's not the direction I thought I was going to go, looking at the Waster as the, you know, the great ideal of this. Hey. What's going on here? Uh-oh. The tone has changed. Hi.
Scab?
Ask a man with jolly eyes, tilting head.
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
No, I don't want to deal it. Yeah, I'm a scab, poor and downtrodden. Right to work. Not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Hey, you're the man in the boots at the gate. Let's say you know about the armor.
The little boy had it good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
To what? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig from his flask.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
Alright.
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
Sort of technical
I
stuff.
did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Huh.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw.
Huh.
Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Huh. Hold up. 4 pieces? What about the leggings? I'm going to find one piece of it. One is enough. Yeah.
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I find all of them.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, but okay. Let's find all of it.
Thanks, Kim.
A mesquite epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
Well, thanks.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Actually a worker like you guys. A bit short of money.
The man looks at the colorful piece of plastic, then at you, then back at the card, then
I stole that.
at you.
But that's not you, officer.
It's an old picture.
From back when you were not a cop, but a heavy-set, dark-skinned dock worker named Santiago Jean?
Yes.
Highly unlikely. I've known John for several years now. Also, you told me you're a cop, remember? How did you get his shift card?
I literally stole it off him. Found on the ground with the whirling rags. It was like a sign. Wind deposited it before my feet.
Oh, John's been out drinking himself blind again? He should watch his step, that John. Can I have...
No, it will prove useful still. Believe your thieving fingers.
It's okay. That's why we're gonna get his appreciation. Continue my Otherwise, it's as if I stole the card for no reason. Sure. I have no real
Thank you plenty. I'll make sure John gets his card back. You're quite the righteous man. Honor allows us to keep a respectful distance from each other. So, what do you need?
There you go. You get past the gates to speak to your boss. Yeah.
Oh. Good, good. What matters do you want to discuss with Everard?
You might have information about the killing that took place at the hostel. Should be.
Everard's got a lot of knowledge about a lot of things, eh? Doesn't often dole it out, though. But sure, why not?
Does that mean you let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
That's simple. I just walk in.
Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini Supremus is there. Walk right past him.
Right.
Then press the button to unlock the door.
Aha!
Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
I love how easy he makes that sound. I like this guy. Call me mañana. For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation.
Yeah, I might actually.
Or you could convert to a Semini Supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
That's fair.
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
Dexter and Sinister, huh?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to.
Huh.
Not enough intuition.
Got it. Another thing.
Sure.
Sure.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
What?
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Appreciated.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to... You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess. Cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter, is all. Supplies should last a strike, though.
Well, every little bit helps.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
With disbelief. What's up? Gotta get moving. I like that guy. Grih. I'll work for two. All right. Is that Freet? Hello, Freet.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Oh. Great. The remark isn't addressed to you.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Yeah, you tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave.
Easy, kid.
I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Damn right. Yeah.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
I have a couple questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Hey, I got some of those.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Ah. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up? Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Come on, rhetoric. Lorryman, right? Just stand some drugs.
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza.
It's a RPG, but a dialogue-based one.
They take the money from our local junkies here.
It's all about
and then
character
use it
creation.
to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage.
This is
Racial
ridiculous.
economic sabotage.
But yeah, every single one of my stats has a character. How you doing, Jamaby? But yeah, like electrochemistry is basically my addiction is a character and a stat, which kind of directs the direction of the game. It's really interesting. That's all I need to know. Let me ask you
The
something
man
else.
bites his lip and drops the near-finished cigarette lingering between his fingers. He reaches for a new one.
We're done here. All right, now let's dig out of the garbage can. Like a pro. Hi. Oh yeah, I was a, this game has an aspect, I want to say, an aspect of a,
The tear machine stands in the
shit.
corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Nice!
Your bottles clunk into the machine.
$3,
and the
hell
money
yeah.
appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol.
Thanks,
Enter
electrochemistry.
the
I can always
endless
rely on
cycle
you.
of consumption.
There are quests, but there's no, like, so far, there's no fighting outside of the dialogue choice. It's mostly character interaction. It's like a detective quest. Like, apparently I drank myself into a stupor, and I completely forgot everything, right? So I basically woke up, and people told me I was a cop. So here we are. We're being a cop. And yeah, I'm doing a murder investigation.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
Thanks.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine are you
You
reading?
mean this?
Colorful. Oh.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Forget about all that. What is this Fashion Police feature? I'm interested in that magazine. I don't even know why I asked you about it.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny.
But it's an interesting
They're kind of
concept.
mean.
The
It's about
reading's
who's
really
the most
good.
stylish.
There right now. Does it look like this?
No, I don't think so.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
What is
I
this
don't know. Frit?
What is Frit?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
Why is it written with 3
I
T's?
think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
Oh, okay. Let's proceed.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Can you tell me anything about dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Do you know the man who died?
Not really.
You know him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Her conversation style is crushing me. Please, give me more than one syllable. Hair off her face, tries to return to her magazine. Alright. Wait, I can't even buy anything from this?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
What's that?
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
I do need 100 to pay for my
Attention is drawn
room.
to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
I'm leaving. I'm gonna keep collecting bottles and making money, because I gotta make 100 real, which is the currency, or else I don't get, you know, a room. Kuno lied to you. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go talk to the kid. Well, it's raining out today. Sleeping is gonna be a problem.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
I like that.
The
Thank you,
spring
Shivers.
thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
Nice. I think I need to head south.
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
You see this? That's just a random instance of just, you know, it's raining, and suddenly, motherfucker. What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock. Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home.
Yeah. Where the hood? Where the hood? Where the hood at? Why am I not there?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution failed.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Where the hood at?
I have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
What? Thank you, Shivers.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Satellite officer Jean Vichmer rushes down the precinct stairs, umbrella in hand. It's unopened. He doesn't seem pleased about the spring rain.
This seems like an ending of a demo.
On the bridge, officers Torson and McLean are standing guard. Torson wears jeans and a fishnet wife-beater.
Great.
Satellite officer Vichmer passes by, and the young man remarks to him.
Where's your homo, homie?
What?
It's not like that. They're what is called heterosexual life partners. They have a battle-tested relationship. A blood bond, if you will.
Huh? Yeah.
Opens his umbrella, but the wind immediately turns inside out.
Sexual life partners.
Funny apery. Male-centric workplace humor.
Brother bund? Yeah? As in it's a good word? What do you mean? I don't know. I mean, what's bund? Broder just means brother, I'm sure. Fine apiary. Ribs protruding from the canopy. Workplace humor. Have you seen him?
Is there something wrong?
No, nothing. It's just... Judith went to his place and found the Monday mail unopened. I think he's still there. You didn't, drink with him over the weekend, did you?
Am I Judith?
That would be irresponsible.
Oh.
With that animal? Never again, man. What is he, still down there? In, south of the interchange? What was it?
In Martinez. He's in Martinez.
Oh. Jean Vichmer.
Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What? All for looking south.
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
To the west.
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean.
Good.
Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds.
Huh.
The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
Well.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
I was just there. Fine. I genuinely risk my health by doing that, so. You gotta spend money to make money, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. There's change on the ground. Good old 30 cents. We're millionaires now. Alright, let's buy one.
You see several packages.
Here you go.
Thank you. Where do I wear this? Boom! +1 endurance, huh? I like it. Although I just killed my spirit decor. No, we'll take it off when the rain ends. Jump jams. Alright, let's go talk to Kumo. I get screamed at again. Oh no, they're much hunkier than you. Guy has a desperate need to feel manly, it would seem. Alright, Kumo. Come on, God.
Fuck does Kuno care?
He doesn't care. Talk to Manana about your armor.
So?
Projecting aggressive indifference. Promised to sick the pigs on him. Said to thank you. He wasn't too keen on chasing down that armor anyway.
Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes?
He looks slightly confused.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
I remember this, Kuno.
You got fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked bad. Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here, griefing the Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Are you serious? Figure out what's going on with this kid. Sure. Shot the body down.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Yeah, it's old news.
Get your snout out of Kuno's ass. Kuno knows how hard Kuno pushes it. Kuno pushes it hard level. You should give up, Popo, or the Kun will keep fucking it out of you.
You okay, Kuno?
Has her confused.
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
Kids often play in the
Right,
yard.
pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
A stack of Eternite.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind, lazy dinks.
The ladder yours?
No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climbed the ladder up to your magic treehouse.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse. Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
Wait, what do you mean by kipped? Being young woman by the whirling rag?
Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
As if agreeing with himself. Later.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Oh. Alright, I'm looting.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Great. It keeps giving me these pips. Does that mean I'm increasing health or something? I don't know why it keeps poking in here. Do I got interactables. What does it say?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
I like it.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please
that is
take it
interesting.
home ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully Swaff.
V, huh? Oh, interesting. There's a filament machine under there. Yeah. Let me
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Interesting.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Who wrote the note?
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer.
Well, okay.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
What?
I said, what do I do with you, Bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me. If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
Yeah.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter. You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard. It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
Ah.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
It's a jacketed bullet close to 5 millimeter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
We were right. This came from a serious weapon.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Okay.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag.
Even legendary, huh? Oh, it's high chance, though. Try to determine the type of weapon shot this.
A rifle, Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique.
Like the rifle I'm
retrofitted
holding.
Antique. The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago.
Like the one I'm holding.
Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you. The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
So making the rifles?
But Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Interesting.
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
I think I know where this came from. Really?
Okay. And?
It probably came from a Bell McGraw rifle.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective, from what I've seen. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Worth what? Getting shot? We should consider. Yeah.
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier.
Well, yeah.
But back to the investigation.
Yeah. Mix up guerrilla fighters, well-armed jamrock bangers. Oh, so these answers actually fully influence the investigation. I got to be careful what I click. Well-armed jamrock bangers. Guerrilla fighters? Yeah, just keep it vague.
Okay. Either way, we'll know when we find the gun.
Nothing more to say. Huh. Descending. Where's a crown? What is it? Oh. Is this a worm bin?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
Just a trash container? There is no such thing. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or...
Did someone say pry bar?
Yes. Fuck yeah,
pry bar, pry bar. Your palms yearn its cold touch, to grasp it once more, as you've done so many times.
No or. Pry bar.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
Ask the manager? Bullshit. Go straight for the pry bar and pry this baby wide open.
I mean, yeah. Do it. What? Okay. I need the tool. Ooh. I can level up. I got 1 point. What should I be leveling up? What have I been failing at is the thing. I always succeed electrochemistry, so that's not the thing. Actually, I'm going to put a point in empathy. That seems to be putting me in interesting directions. Yeah. Pry bar! Why the hell are we doing this?
This trash container is locked. Force time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just isn't bending. What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. This calls for a potent curse to help break its resistance.
Yes!
Utter the power words.
The fuck kind of metal is this? It's fucking shit!
The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough.
With all my weight.
There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing and puffing. Clearly the technique is wrong, but nothing else comes to mind.
Kick it. Yeah, that hurt. But I did it anyway.
Unsatisfying. Hurtful. You hear a ringing sound, but not quite hollow. The can seems to be full. Full of itself. Content. Happy you failed. This snickering trash container is having a grand old time.
That's it. I can't pry it
Let's
open.
ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
I feel like I'm losing out something not using the pry bar. Uh-oh.
You are. The pry bar is quite satisfying and handy. But you are just not good enough at prying. We should get the keys.
Wow. I do like how it's, Kim's just okay with me opening this stuff. And, you know, taking every goddamn... Whoops. Thing not nailed down. Yeah, how do I get to the roof, too? Looks like an area I can go. Alright, manager. Oops. You got any, like, bottles or anything lying around? I'll clean the place up for you.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why.
But I'm a hobo
the
and a
neighbors,
drunk
too.
that needs in.
They put their trash there, and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
What if I am hobo, or soon to be one, rummaging through the trash? Will you keep me out too? We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Harsh and sudden.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Well, there you go. That was easy. All right, I saw another thing at the whirling. Wait,
Another thing. Great. I love those. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
Ooh.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think he would like to know what's in there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
All right.
Yes?
Goodbye. Thank you for the key, sir. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Getting a key to open the dumpster at the crime scene seems kind of crucial. It's getting pretty late, actually. Is Kumo still here? It's nighttime, kid. Go home.
This trash container is locked with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Really?
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Open the lid. Wait, what's this?
Just the feeling. A warning from some part of you. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you.
Yeah.
You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Oh. Interesting.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Pick the rags, search the food waste, dig in Hobo for extra content. What? Yeah. Well, let's dig in.
You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what? Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash. Good practice for dumpster diving. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Huh. I like how interfacing wants me to be a hobo. Pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Evidence.
Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
look, the
belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ew.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario.
Huh.
Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
That's all I think.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah. That's the kid who put them there. Think someone might have been involved?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. Wow.
Dig in.
An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. so shiny.
What's a knot cannon?
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive.
See?
Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches
What
quite
the hell?
a price.
I got a rifle?
We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I am into hi-fi. I'll sell it.
No, you won't. Because none of those things are real.
Oh.
They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings.
A cruel jest. There must be something.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
I'll take the mug. Oh, yeah. That is pretty rude. All right, what's the food
It's just
waste?
organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard.
Interesting.
A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged.
Oh, hey,
but
that's
you can
my,
still make out forms and notes written in a man's handwriting. Not
That's
just
my police
any
documents.
man's. This dense cursive, it's yours.
Interesting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
The handwriting. It's mine.
There's a lot of it, too. And you've got an autopsy form in there, in the back. That light pink copy paper.
A miserable looking slip of paper on the board.
If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
It has a foreboding quality. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I tried to flush my cop life down the toilet. 3.
Well,
he doesn't know what to say.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
I don't know, man. Sounds like an error order. Okay, I'll do
It
that.
would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory.
Damn
and select-
right.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Thief. Well, I got a, no map, though. Cool. Let's take a look. See what my, paperwork says. It's interactable?
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Look at all that content. Got it.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
Oh, come on. Yellow pages.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
What type of forms there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Wow.
All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs.
Thanks. Enough of these.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Well, inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
What's this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Huh.
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Your kill count. Yours will surely have your kill count.
Of course. Thank you, Half-Light. Can I read
Any
it?
capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like,
all RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all. Thank you. Well, okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What are they
Work,
about?
strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Interesting.
What do you mean? Is that all?
Interesting. That's it?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
And they're written in capital letters.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? Wish there was one in there about a drug den. You love those. Gets the blood pumping. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
After post, is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. And a fuck you to you too. That last one cuts a slash right through the paper.
What the hell was that?
You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Have you by chance named our
No,
case?
actually. Any ideas?
The Furies are home at the Mirror. Huh. I mean, that's the beginning one.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
A hanged
Great.
man.
That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
That almost sounds patronizing, Kim. Come on. Henry.
It's inornate, nearly illegible, yet marching in orderly lines, written in a rush, in pain, a race to beat your own heart's pulse to some dark finish line.
Thanks, $8.
Your hand cramps up merely looking at the scribbles drawn, as by some magnet, to the red checkered margins, fast but always straight.
Who's this person?
Wearing out, nearly gone. Sometimes he forgets to keep the pen on the paper as he moves his hand, and the lines vanish from underneath.
Oh, employ a naming convention similar to what we used on ours.
Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric.
What is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
See if that's the case. The Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
Huh.
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Huh.
The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more. Judging by the creases on your forehead and the lines on your cheeks, too much more. Going back years, decades even.
Huh. I'm done inspecting
You don't
these.
exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
Can I read these case files now?
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120117000, the Next World Mural.
Yeah, Officer Precinct. So you got Harry, I'm guessing, last name, B41.
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HBDV?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files.
Horace
It's safe to
Debbie.
say HDB are your initials.
Hram Daryan Binzakin. Horace Debbie Behringer.
That is improbable.
How long does it take?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
Unsolvable case.
AKA Leslie and Burke. AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. You were so drunk, you didn't remember what it was when you signed on. That, or you were high. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
Proceed.
Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years.
10 years.
It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Public indecency.
Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face. Then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it.
Oh.
In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. Kill them. They broke it.
Jesus.
He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore. Can't get out of his apartment. An invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved. Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
I like that.
Not much has changed in the...
We're going to put it away. Because it is that time in the evening. Oh, wait.
Jamais vu. Derealization.
Okay. What does it mean?
Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen.
Interesting.
Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
Okay, I have internalized a thing. Oh, whoa. All intellect. That's cool. For every orb clicked. What orb? What orb? Alright, should we really sink into the Hobo Cup? I feel like that's a, I don't know, I shouldn't really hesitate, shouldn't I? To research the thought. Can I replace thoughts? Oh, so I should really be thinking about what I'm learning, internalizing. Huh, okay. Interesting. But with that, we're going to give this a save. And we'll pick it up another day. This is a really, really fun game. Although it's becoming nighttime and a... yeah, we'll ask Garrett. And then watermarks. But with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you for, sticking around and watching this. I know this one doesn't seem to have much of my dialogue, but I really enjoy it. The story's pretty cool. We'll keep the train rolling another time. But with that, I hope you have a good rest of the day. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Take it easy.